That breaking news, a new leader for Tulsa Public Schools. Now, we first brought you the board's decision on KJRH.com. And in the last hour, Tulsa Public Schools hired a new school superintendent. Dr. Deborah Gist comes from the Rhode Island Department of Education. However, she does have Oklahoma ties. She grew up in Tulsa and graduated from Memorial High School in 1986. But the decision came with some controversy. This is video of dozens of people walking out of the school board meeting in protest. We just spoke with one of the board members.
She was fantastic from the very beginning. I hate that there was a lot of controversy, and it absolutely just tore me up to do, not to do what the teachers had said they wanted, but ultimately I had to do what I thought was going to be best for the kids of TPS.
Staying on top of the story since 2 News at 5. Liz?
Well, Karen, a TPS spokesperson just told me that Dr. Deborah Gist, the brand new TPS hire for superintendent, is expected to catch a flight to Tulsa tomorrow. And our first chance to catch up with her, to speak with her, is going to be about 3:30 in the afternoon. So, of course, 2 News keeping you up to date on KJRH.com for that. Now, just a few hours ago, right where I'm standing, dozens of teachers, protesters said they wanted the school board to go back to the drawing board and start this process all over. Reboot and reconsider.
I may go down, but I'm going down swinging.
The plea in front of the Tulsa Public Schools Education Service Center before tonight's board meeting.
When I interviewed her on the panel, I will say she was perfectly nice. However, she's trying to get a job.
Shauna Mott-Wright is a drama and speech teacher at Memorial High School who doesn't want Dr. Deborah Gist to be her next boss at TPS.
She is a change agent. She is just like Janet.
Martha Mattis authored this petition on change.org. It's titled Reject Deborah Gist for Tulsa Public Schools Superintendent.
I'm not a teacher. I'm not a parent. I am just concerned about Tulsa schools.
639 people signed that petition in just 4 days.
I'm a little overwhelmed to begin with, but it also tells me that Tulsans are concerned about their schools, and people are concerned about the superintendent search.
Catherine wrote, "This is not a business. This is our children. We don't need more personal agendas or CEO types in charge."
You know they'll drag it out too.
As for Shauna, she believes school board members made up their minds long before tonight's vote.
Our school board talks about how awful the legislature is because they don't listen to anybody. But if they give her the job tonight, they're doing the exact same thing.
According to this fact sheet that TPS just gave us, Dr. Deborah Gist increased graduation rate, the 4-year graduation rate in Rhode Island, for about up 4%. And now the dropout rate among the African American students was actually cut in half from 20% to 10% over a 4-year period. Her deal, we aren't sure exactly what the contract is right now. It's being negotiated, but we do know it is a multi-year contract. Live right now in Midtown, Liz Bryant, 2 News works for you.
Thank you, Liz. State Superintendent Joy Hoffmeister released this statement shortly after the announcement. She says, in part, "I am pleased to see a graduate of the Tulsa Public Schools return home to lead the district where her notable education career was launched. She is fully invested in public education, and I am looking forward to working with Dr. Gist."